everyone. I'm Sharmila Ray. I'm the head of Carrier Strategy Solutions and Go-to-Market at Vertafore. Welcome to our session on reimagining the agent experience. At Vertafore, we believe that modernizing insurance distribution is critical. And the latest frontier just happens to be commercial lines insurance. Over the past couple of years, carriers and insurtechs have invested tremendous amounts of time and capital to streamline the commercial quote-to-bind process. But whether it's improving the rating experience or improving how they manage their distribution partner relationships, or even how they leverage data in distribution, ultimately, it's always with one overarching goal, and that is to transform their agent's experience. So today, we'll start by introducing Vertafore and how we think about transforming the agent experience, and then we will move on to the discussion portion of the agenda. So at Vertafore, we enable the insurance distribution channel. We serve carriers, MGAs, agents, brokers, insureds, and states and regulators with distribution solutions that help them optimize their internal operations, but also connectivity solutions that enable them to truly work holistically as partners in service of selling and servicing the end insured. Our strategy is to simplify and automate the insurance lifecycle so that our customers can focus on what matters to them, which is ultimately people, their own people or their customers. And our product strategy focuses on three areas: modernizing the agency, unlocking the power of data, and powering distribution management. Transforming the agent experience comes down to capabilities in each of these areas. In modernizing the agent experience, we focus on agent-carrier connectivity, simplifying personal lines rating, our newest initiative around commercial line submissions, and enabling data to be exchanged in real time. Under unlocking the power of data, we focus on two capability areas: intelligent information management, which is all about enterprise content management and workflow, and data and insights, our risk match and reference connect solutions that enable carriers to get the information they need when they need to drive better outcomes in distribution. And last but not least, powering distribution management is all about managing the agent and producer lifecycle, onboarding, compensation, and managing agents. So today we're going to focus on commercial lines distribution. Ultimately, how can carriers optimize commercial lines? First, they have to observe what's going on in the distribution channel and how their books of business with their key distribution partners are changing. They need to identify opportunities and risks and double down in areas where they feel they may not be best positioned with their partners. Third, they need to develop a plan, broker-specific strategies around pricing and commissions to enable them to compete more effectively. Then they need to execute and bring their appetite, commissions, and pricing in line. And last but not least, they need to bind more business by accessing the in-appetite business and commercial lines that they want to write with the partners that actually bring in those opportunities. Today, we're focusing on binding more business. And so we're super excited to introduce our commercial submissions platform, which from one of the leading providers of the agency management system in property and casualty insurance is a fast, easy, collaborative platform that enables carriers to access the business flowing through the independent agency channel and to quote it in real time, ultimately driving more flow, winning market share, and providing a much richer and enhanced experience to their agents and to their customers. So with that, I'm delighted to announce that we've recently entered into a strategic partnership with Nationwide, one of the newest carriers to join our commercial submissions platform. And I'm delighted to welcome to the conversation today, Ketchum, Associate Vice President of Commercial Product and Underwriting Enablement at Nationwide, to join me. I'll let Casey introduce himself and talk a little bit about how Nationwide thinks about agent experience.
Thanks so much, Sharmila, and a real pleasure to be here with you today, talking about commercial insurance, certainly a passion for commercial insurance, and more specifically, the agents. The agents for Nationwide are the lifeblood of our business. We had a leader that once said, "Nothing ever happens until something's sold," and we try to embody that. We certainly understand that agent preferences and how they wish to engage is evolving, much like what we do in our day-to-day is evolving. And the transition to work from home over the last year, the COVID quarantine, didn't bring to light any new needs necessarily, but certainly accelerated the shift to digitization. So I'm really happy and excited to be here and chatting with you about the Vertafore commercial submission solution. At Nationwide, we've been on a journey for the last several years with our agents, and transitioning from an exclusive model to an independent agent model, and really excited about the opportunities that brings both for Nationwide and the agents. As such, and somewhat in parallel, we are looking at the technology that serves those agents as well. Internally at Nationwide, we made a strategic decision to place a significant investment in modernizing our core platforms. And from that modernization, we're able to then extend new capabilities. And one of those capabilities is this partnership. So really excited to dive into some of those details today.
Super. Thanks so much for being here, Casey. So just to start off our discussion, can you talk a little bit, since Guidewire is our generous host today, talk a little bit about how your partnership with Guidewire actually prepared you for the shift that's underway in commercial lines today?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I just alluded to a little bit of that modernization. And at Nationwide, we really, many years ago, made the strategic decision to move away from a number of core platforms and administration systems and consolidate those into one go-forward solution in personal lines and commercial lines. And we even made the shift with Guidewire in the claims space as well. And so that really gives us that modern platform with which to extend, but moving into that policy admin system with Guidewire and the rating engine as well, not only did it have IT implications. Nationwide is a company that is moving from a collection of regional companies into a national carrier. As such, and as you can imagine, Sharmila, we've had a number of products. When we think about Harleysville and Nationwide and Allied products, that also comes with all the systems to support those products as well across that spectrum. So moving from multiple systems to one, moving from multiple products to one, really forced us to re-examine our products from a business perspective, rationalize those products, simplify those products into one core system. And so a big Herculean effort. We're continuing that. We're not quite done, but we're getting toward the back half of that. We're really excited about that. Agent feedback thus far has been incredible as well. And so we're really excited to take the step into the future with it. But having that modernized platform then allows us to come in, again, understanding that customer preferences and needs are continuing to evolve. We think about that digitization trend moving forward with acceleration, with urgency. Our team looked inward and we started building those application programming interfaces, or APIs for short. And it really creates the flexibility then to move your products as a carrier, your products and solutions into market with significant flexibility. Where are those agents wishing to do business with speed, ease, and efficiency? Those APIs allow us to port those products into those spaces that they wish to engage with.
That's great. So Casey, obviously it's been a long and I'm sure eventful journey to get to this point, right? And significant investment on Nationwide's part, which is fantastic to see. However, having gone through that journey and made that investment, I'm sure that there's a need to, get return on that investment as quickly as possible. And, you have a choice now, given that many insurtechs are starting to tackle the space in terms of where to focus and with whom to partner. What led you to select Vertafore as part of that portfolio of partners?
Yeah, and it really goes into that, to the agent and their preferences, right? I think we took a step back and started to examine what does the agent really desire in this space? And certainly the notion of collecting information, customer data, and re-entering that 3, 4, 5 times doesn't create efficiency and speed for them. Moving from system to system to system, much like our own journey, right, in getting to a consolidated system, doesn't create efficiencies for them in the commercial space. And so the hypothesis was an agent engaging with their agency management system and understanding that's their system of record, would really prefer to stay native, right? They would prefer to engage with their customer information, quote, bind, service, potentially even file claims out of that singular system in a native way, in a seamless way, engaging. So we said, who are the leaders in this space? And certainly Vertafore emerges as one of those leaders, and really excited about the collaboration in building something for the agents. And I think that's a really differentiating value proposition with Vertafore, is that not only are we engaging the carriers through this process, but the agents are a build partner as well through this process. And so providing feedback through that development, build, and launch process, I think, is going to derive and create greater value as we start to scale this after the initial launch with the nationwide products, at least. So.
Well, we're certainly excited to have you, and commercial and personal, frankly, kind of rate, quote, bind, right, is a process that takes a village to really create a marketplace. And so this will be no doubt a journey, and we're super excited to have you as kind of one of our early partners on that journey. So thank you for that. You talked a little bit about kind of Vertafore's core strength in the agency management system space and how it allows us to actually deliver that native experience in the platform without requiring agents to then have to go to carrier websites or kind of multiple places, right, to accomplish what they need. Is there anything else that strikes you as kind of unique or different about, the commercial submissions platform in kind of the early days of this partnership?
To me, it goes back to the agent connectivity and being a build partner, right? So Nationwide's always been an innovative company, always looking for partners that are innovative and bringing new solutions. At times, we've probably fallen guilty to the adage of build it and they will come, kind of that field of dreams concept, and instead getting close to the agent, understanding exactly what they need. They are leveraging the Vertafore agency management solution amongst other Vertafore solutions in this space as well. And so the ability to connect to the user already there, already engaging in that solution, and integrate in more of a seamless way the Nationwide products and solutions. Really excited about the combination of the Nationwide brand, the Vertafore technology, and then the agent user that's already in place, right? We don't have to go out and hunt for additional users once we've created it. They're there, they're asking for it, and they're engaged in the entire build process. So I think that's a differentiating component with this Vertafore partnership. Super.
And we also like to say that we were the originators of personal lines commercial of comparative rating, right? So we're just kind of simply taking that experience and bringing it to commercial lines, which we're super excited about. So, given this unique kind of three-way partnership between Guidewire, Nationwide, and Vertafore in service of streamlining commercial lines, rate, quote, bind, what impact, looking out kind of 2-3 years from now, what impact do you believe that this three-way partnership will deliver for Nationwide?
Yeah, and you kind of touched on where I'd probably start. You mentioned the PL, the personal line space, and the PL rater. We certainly recognize that personal lines saw this journey occur several years ago, and in the commercial space where things might be a little bit more complex, it took us a little longer to get here, but really excited, right? So the commercial space is a bit more nascent. We are really excited about the growth opportunity, and not only that, but being an early player in this space gives us an opportunity to kind of learn and iterate and ensure that the solution is really what the agents are seeking, and that the adoption is going to be there. So when we think about the personal lines journey, we know the majority of business now runs through raters in the personal lines space. Agents want choice, customers want choice. And it's a really critical component. Nationwide feels really strongly about the products we bring to market, the brand component there, and really providing a winning proposition. And so we think there's not only a growth opportunity here around new business and attracting new customers, engaging existing agents in a new way, existing new agents in a new way, but also how that extends into the expense component when we think about quicker servicing, and the transactions that occur beyond that point of sale, right? I think we sometimes fall guilty to this annual life cycle event, right? When we write the business and we renew the business, having an integrated and seamless technology in their day-to-day allows us that greater connectivity through the customer lifecycle events so that we can meet those needs as they constantly evolve and change. Today, that can be costly for servicing, claims handling, things of that nature, but the technology is going to open up a new door to reduce those expenses while continuing to elevate the experience in aggregate. So really excited about how this starts to impact the entire life cycle for the carrier, for the technology componentry, and the agent as well.
Likewise, like I said, it's going to be a journey, and we're excited to figure it all out with you. Any questions for me, Casey, before we wrap here?
Yeah, I mean, I want to come back to the agent component. Vertafore kind of being the hub that's bringing the carriers and the agents together. I know in my conversations with the market and with some agents that are participating, seems to be a lot of excitement. Nationwide leadership team's really excited about where this is going to go. But I'd love if you have any thoughts or feedback around some of the agent feedback through the build process. I'd love to hear that, and maybe everyone else too.
Super. Yeah. So the initial excitement has been palpable in the market, and every broker we've spoken to has said, this is intuitive. I understand how it works. And if it works as designed, it will transform my business. In terms of profitability in our small commercial book, the user experience, the likelihood that everybody is going to gravitate to this workflow. So all of that has been incredibly positive, and we're starting to see flow from our early design partners as well. A CFO kind of memorably said to me a few months ago when he first saw the workflow that, as designed, we would pass all of our new business flow through the platform, given how simple, intuitive, and streamlined it is. And so we are hoping that comes to pass since we're in early days, but we're seeing a lot of adoption and traction already, and we're excited to see that and monitor that as it continues. So
an exciting time in commercial insurance for sure.
It absolutely is. Well, Casey, thank you so much for being here and joining us, both for the journey and the conversation. So happy to have you. And thanks everyone for joining our session today. If you have any comments, questions, or you'd just like to get more information about what we're up to here, please reach out to Alex Green on the Vertafore team. His email is on the screen, agreen@vertafore.com. Wishing all of you a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks so much.